You, Professor Saab. Even Bharat has a point to prove. Bharat is facing the highest amount of tariffs in this region, perhaps, or among the current set of nations. After China, this Bharat has been singled out. There is a huge pressure coming in from the West. On the other hand, we are coming at the back of not interacting with China directly in the last 7 years, and we are on the cusp of a growth story. ये बस मिस हो गई तो हम पूरा मिस हो जाएंगे. That's how critical this is. The next 5-7 years. So, from Bharat's point of view, what is our net takeout beyond the optics? We'll come back to the optics in a bit, but yes, strategically.
I think seriously, China can be a useful partner if we can cultivate and manage the irritants. In that sense, already a lot of conversations are already taking place, as you know, between various Indian private companies to look for joint ventures with the various Chinese companies, and we are in fact facilitating and relenting on our tightening of regulations on Chinese investments. We have already been easing the visa again, first with technical staff, now even with managerial staff of Chinese nationals. The trade is sought to be balanced by encouraging China's production in India under Make in India for Make for the World, etc. So, because China is a world leader in manufacturing sector, between 30 to 34% of global manufacturing happens in China. And currently 2 to 3 dozen sectors in technology where China is taking a world lead even over United States can potentially be something which India can use in this coming decade to catapult its manufacturing sector. You would remember same was the story of China. China was producing and sometimes still continues to produce for Western companies. At some stage, experts used to say China's world trade actually is only 44% Chinese. Rest is all Western trade produced in China and going around the world. So that kind of partnership between China and India is a possibility. Something is moving in that direction. But let me underline just one point. I agree with Rahul. India's response to Trump team has been that we are not going to take the weight. We are going to showcase how India has several other takers. So Indian Prime Minister is in Beijing attending 3 levels of meetings. In bilateral meeting yesterday, he already underlined that we need to focus on trust and managing of the border. And today in trilateral, there is a meeting of President Putin, President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Modi. You remember they met twice in June of 2018. And then India had moved into quadrilateral security framework from 2017. So Russia and China already have no limits partnership. It's only the India which is the new actor drifting towards that trilateral once again. That's what makes India attractive. India is the largest, second largest economy in Shanghai Cooperation Organization, fastest growing economy in among major economies. That's what makes India very attractive to these countries. And the fact that Shanghai Cooperation Organization has moved not just in numbers expanding of members, but agenda as well, moving away from limited bandwidth of energy security, terrorism, separatism, extremism, etc. to now larger global geopolitical issues. And right now, given the Trump tariffs, which are against all the dialogue partners and all the members of SCO, economic issues are going to be important. And I think that is where the host China is trying to project SCO as the world's largest regional organization, as the new anchor, as the new alternative for global stability, quote unquote. And in the bilateral meeting with Indian Prime Minister, he also got that language kind of agreed upon, that India and China will work together for global stability. We will see India ensuring mention of terrorism in Tianjin Declaration, and Chinese would love to see that it is shown as an anchor for global stability, which is where India will step in and agree on that in that sense. So there are different levels, but India is kind of a new attractive big player in the game.
Right.
And that is where I think that visibility is very much useful for India to showcase India has so many other takers, other alternatives. And we are not going to take the weight and not talk in the language that the Trump team and Navarro are